So, happy solstice, everybody. Summer solstice, right? It's the longest day of the year. So, what does it mean for us that the sun is at its peak? Since ancient civilizations, we had people celebrating the summer solstice. And I'm not talking about the paganistic rituals, which of course those are present as well, but I'm talking about way back before that, even Mayas and Aztecs, Egyptian civilizations, any civilization that had pyramids. And it's not just in Egypt that we have pyramids. Pyramids are actually spread out. There are some in South America, there are some in China, in different locations, right? So when they built pyramids, and who knows who built those pyramids, right, to begin with, because they were built so long ago with such amazing techniques that it's hard for us to fathom nowadays. But they were all built with an intent of the sun hitting the axis, the summit of the pyramid on the longest day, so that it would perfectly, or a specific symbol, right? Some of the pyramids were not aligned with the top of it, with the summit. Some of them were aligned with the sun hitting a specific point. Like, for example, in Mayan civilization, one of the pyramids had a serpent on it, and the sun was hitting the serpent. So once again, we can think about the serpent as Kundalini, our inner energy, right? Rising up, igniting our power within, igniting our energy. And what does it mean? The sun is always out, so why can't we tune into its energy on a daily basis? We can, right? We can, and it's actually recommended. Did you know that the sun has a hum? It has a certain vibration. It vibrates at a specific frequency. It's like beating, right? And according to the scientific research, let me turn this off. According to the scientific research, we are very much attuned to the frequency of the sun, to the electromagnetic field of it. Are you familiar with the heart rate variability? Do you know what that is? Some of you may know that, but it's basically the speed at which our heart beats, right? It's the interval between the heartbeats, right? Sometimes it's longer when we slow down the breath. Sometimes it starts to speed up, especially in times of danger, for example, right? Remember the fear and flight reflex, right? When we come into that, the heart starts to beat faster, our forces concentrate. So it turned out scientifically that our heart rate variability depends on the solar winds. The solar winds, can you believe that? Meaning, and at some point, it was said that the heart beat corresponds to the humming of the sun. And then later said, well, not exactly. And we can say, well, maybe it's not exactly, but if we were to look at the period we live in, right, we can kind of extrapolate and maybe speculate that because we have been attuning ourselves to other electromagnetic fields, right, our heart rate has started to be attuned to those sources as opposed to natural. So when we can tune into the energy of the sun, and I'll show you a ritual, not ritual, a practice that you can do every day to harness the energy of the sun and allow your chakras to open up and feel that solar energy within you to start the day. And then you have this, buoyancy, you have this effervescent attitude towards life. And it's beautiful. But what happens on these specific periods in a year, such as summer solstice? So we have winter solstice, right? At the top of the year, we have summer solstice. Then we have the fall solstice, and we have the equinox, and we have the spring equinox, right? So consider this like a circle or a wheel. Like, in a way, maybe it's like a wheel of fortune. And you can hold on to this, right? And allow yourself to control your year, your cycles, your life within those cycles, right? So right now we're at the bottom, right? We're holding on the longest day, and we're tuning into the energy of the sun that has a huge impact on us. And we are allowing ourselves to tune not just to the external sun, but to the sun within us. So with that intention, I would like, because we cannot step out and enjoy the sun, Krista, maybe you can, you're in Florida. Maybe it's shining right there. In that case, we are, harnessing that energy from where you are. But let's close the eyes and just tune, just maybe even visualize the bright sun, yellow, orangey, glowing, warm. And I am lighting this candle to honor the sun that gives us life, because without the energy of the sun, we cannot live. We cannot deny that, right? We think it gives us warmth, but if there is no sun, there is no life. And the second candle, which is smaller, I would like to light to honor the inner sun within ourselves. We can refer to it as the Manipura chakra, the solar plexus. So let's go ahead and place the hands onto the solar plexus above the navel. Take a deep breath in and softly exhale. And start to notice as you breathe the energy of your solar plexus. The solar plexus is between your navel and your heart. So it's below the ribs and above your navel. Just keep both hands there. It doesn't matter which hand comes first. Maybe allow your elbows not to stick out too much, but soften the elbows, but lift your heart a little bit more. Softly lift your navel. Keep your eyes closed. Crown of the head reaches up. And continue to tune into the Manipura chakra. Breathing softly and gently. From science, we know that the solar plexus has a lot of nerves that supply all the vital organs. The nerves go to the kidneys, the lungs, the spleen, the liver, the pancreas, the stomach, the intestines, which keeps them functioning automatically. Some of you may know that in yoga, in Ayurveda, the solar plexus, the third chakra, is called Manipura, which translates as the city of jewels. Now, if we were to open a dead body, we will see that those organs shine just like precious jewels. They all have different colors. Our inner organs, internal organs, they all have different colors and they glisten in the shine. So the city of jewels may literally represent all of our internal organs that serve us. We also refer to the gut instinct as something that we value, especially when we start tuning ourselves to the yogic practices. We encourage people to transcend the mind, which is a great tool, and start to listen to that gut feeling, right? To the heart, to the gut. It's all connected. And from there, the intuition starts to awaken. The solar plexus has and keeps this energetic balance. When the center is open, you feel motivated, you feel powerful, you feel attuned to who you are, confident, you have a purpose in life. When it is blocked or unbalanced, it can lead to physical issues, stomach, intestinal, all those organs that I enumerated earlier can become imbalanced as well. And also the psychological feelings of insecurity. So as we're continuing for a few more breaths to tune into the solar plexus, feel how the sun within you starts to rotate and spin faster and faster, shining its potent warmth, radiating its power and strength to the rest of the body. And let's bring hands to the heart. And as you bow down, let's set the intention to activate the solar plexus, activate the third chakra, activate our own energy so that it can be attuned to the energy of the sun, attuned to the natural rhythms. And it can help us live the life of wholeness, integrity, love, openness, joy. Place your hands onto your knees. Inhale, puff your chest forward. Take a deep breath in, exhale round the back and push away from the earth and just start to go through a seated cat-cows at your own pace. Inhale, puff the chest forward, propelling yourself to activate. Exhale, you're pulling that energy within you as you round your back. And just at your own pace, inhale forward to open, exhale, pulling it in, integrating. Slowly, at your own pace, continuing to tune. Maybe even notice the rhythm. Keep moving, keep going. And then next time you come forward, pause there. And then softly exhale, returning to your neutral. Feel the grounding cord or the energy cord that goes through your center, through the spine. It goes in both directions. It goes up and down. Allow that grounding cord, now that we lubricated the spine a little bit, allow that grounding cord to drop down into the earth. Allow it to connect itself to the core of the earth. With your next inhale, softly start to lift the energy up. You're going to bring it to the root as you inhale. On the exhale, you softly push it down into the earth. Inhale again, feel the energy rise through the cord and into your second chakra just below the navel. If you're not too familiar with the chakras, just notice the areas I mentioned. Exhale it down to the earth. Inhale it up into the solar plexus. Exhale it down to the earth. It's like as if we are bathing our sushumna, our spinal channel. Inhale it up to the heart. Exhale it down to the earth. Inhale it up to the throat, the center of truth and authenticity. Exhale it down to the earth. Inhale it up to your third eye, between your eyebrows, slightly up. Exhale it down, the center of your intuition, command center. Inhale it up to the top of the head, slightly above. Exhale it down. Now feel the energy pulsing through the spine. And as it goes up, connect to the source above, to the source of the cosmic energy. And with your next inhale, start to pull that energy down into the crown chakra. Exhale it back up. Inhale from the top to your third eye chakra. Exhale it back up. Inhale it into your throat. Exhale it back up. Inhale it into your heart. Exhale it back up. Inhale it into your solar plexus. Exhale it up. Inhale it into your navel, slightly below. Exhale it up. Through the crown of the head. One more time. Inhale it into your root, perineum space. Exhale it up. Now from the top, inhale the energy and allow it to flow through your body, through your spine, down into the earth. Stay there and exhale. Inhale it from the earth. Bring it into your Manipura, third chakra, solar plexus. Exhale it up. Inhale from the top into your solar plexus. Exhale it down. Inhale up to your solar plexus. Exhale it up to the source of the cosmic energy. Inhale from the top into the solar plexus. Exhale it down to the earth. One more full round like that. Inhale from the earth into the solar plexus. Exhale it up. Inhale from the top into the solar plexus. Exhale it down. Beautiful. Okay, so from here, open your eyes, open your legs. If you're sitting on a bolster or on two blankets, you may want to get down to the mat, energize your legs and flex your feet. Move the flesh from behind. If you have tight hamstrings, you can sit on the edge of the folded blanket. Keep your hands on the shins. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, belly button to the right leg. Inhale, center. Exhale towards the legs, towards the left leg, and continue at your own pace. Softly and gently, tune into your own breath. The breath is deep and long. Inhale, lifts you up. Exhale, belly button to one leg. And then next inhale, lifts you up. Exhale to the other side. Keep on going. It's a very slow meditative movement, but every time you lean, maybe there is a little bit more, right? So your legs get activated. We have very important nerves that run through the back, the sciatic nerve. Sometimes in Kundalini yoga, it's referred to as the life nerve. So as you do the leg stretches, you're activating it. Good. Keep going. If you feel maybe there is a little bit of increase in intensity and the speed if you want, or stay where you are, moving slowly. Depends what your body feels like, right? We're awakening the solar energy. Sometimes that may mean that we want to expedite the movement. A few more moments. Next time you go to the left leg, allow it to be the last time. Come back through the center, lean forward without rounding your back. Place your hands in front of you. Keep your eyes closed. The crown of the head reaches to the space where the wall in front of you and the ceiling meet. Inhale deeply, lengthen a little bit more. On the exhale, lean forward a little bit more, and then pause there. You should be feeling some level of intensity, maybe 7 out of 10 in your adductors, the inner thigh muscles, in the muscles in the groin, your hamstrings as well. If you feel you're starting to lose that intensity, inhale, lengthen, exhale, lean a little bit more. Because as we know, the body adjusts, right? So we're going to spend there another half a minute. Sometimes if you want to pulse instead of holding, you can do that. So maybe gentle pulsing up and down or forward. The binaural beats that you're hearing, in a way, they can be associated with the solar beat, the hum. So it's always there, it's present. It's not very prominent. It's almost always in the background, but it exists and it supports our life. Beautiful. With your next inhale, come back up to the center. So I'm going to show you a couple of points in your body that you can massage to activate your energy. One of them, I'm going to lift it up. So find your kneecap, like the bottom of your kneecap, right? And from there, place your 4 fingers below, right? Notice where your pinky is, right? So like below the pinky, feel the shin and just go the 4 fingers below and just use your thumb to massage. And notice, like, do you feel anything? If not, move a little bit out or down or up until you find the point that feels somewhat sore, a little bit. Terry, not that far to the side. You see, it's like this is the shin bone. It's less than an inch out, like half an inch out. I mean, for some people, maybe slightly out. For some people, maybe slightly up. But I don't remember the name of this point, but it's literally the energy activator. Don't massage this point at night because you're going to be like an energizer bunny. You won't be able to fall asleep. But in the morning, you can do maybe a minute to activate. Okay. And let's go ahead and do the other leg. So once again, from the bottom of the knee, 4 fingers, and it's your 4 fingers, not anybody else, right? Because our body is proportional, right? So 4 fingers. From the shin, just slide a little bit to the side. Oh, I feel it on that side immediately. And just massage. So when you practice, if you practice pressure points or reflexology, it's recommended to not to do it for a prolonged period of time, but maybe 1 minute, 3 sets of 1 minute would be enough. So you can do either steady pressure, like you press and hold, right? And it's not pressure to, like, it's not a cosmetic pressure. It goes into the deep tissues. So you should feel some pain. The idea is to rub out the pain because the energy gets stuck, right? And that's when we feel pain. So one is press and hold. The other one is massage like that. So you're massaging it out for a minute and you're releasing the stuck energy and it starts to flow. Okay. So these points are very important for us for the energy activation. Another one that I want to share with you is on the sole of the foot. Actually, there is a couple. So if you grab your foot, doesn't matter which one, and just hold on to your thumb, your big toe. I told you sometimes, it's like fingers, right? In the Russian language, it's the same. So sometimes thumb. Okay, hold on to your thumb and pull it away from the foot, right, towards your knee. So you can feel there is the tendon here, right? Do you feel the tendon? Okay, so you're going to make like a knife and you go like that and it's going to hurt, yeah? That's the longevity tendon. Okay, so it does not need to be tight. It needs to be soft and pliable. So massage it every day. I do. You also, like, you can use your hand. There is a tool which is called gua sha. right? I mean, it's a facial tool, but you can use it for that. In that case, you're going to scrape it like that, up and down, like that. You can also use a spoon, like the side of the spoon or the actual, the handle of it, and you just scrape it like that. Okay, so do it a little bit longer. You should feel pain, okay? So you're not just like stroking yourself, nothing is going to happen. Yeah, it's hard. So you press down and it feels like, ooh, yucky. But that's when you're rubbing out that stuck energy, right? So let's do the other side. It's important, like you probably will not feel much when you just hold the foot. So you have to grab the toe and pull it out. And then it starts to become more prominent. And then you start like the sawing movement. Yeah. So that's very important. Not the roller. It looks more like a heart. It's a stone. A lot of times it's green, made of jade. Sometimes it's made of tetrahertz. So it's not a roller per se. It's more like it's a, what do you call it? Flat. Yeah. So it's a flat, usually like a heart. You hold it and you just scrape it. Gua sha means scraper, I believe. The word itself. So it's like you're basically scraping your meridians. It's like from traditional Chinese medicine. One more very important for women. It's only women here, so I'm going to share with you. So there is kind of like a divot between, like from the big toe, you have the ball, right? And towards in between the second toe and the big toe, there's a little divot, right? There is a kidney space. Press there. You feel there's a lot of tenderness there, but it's responsible for a lot of things. Our kidneys are so important, as you know, and when you press and massage, you're going to activate and balance your kidneys. So yeah, massage and rub it out. You don't feel it, you mean? Yeah. Okay, well, maybe use a tool. There is a stick with a little ball at the bottom, and you can use it and press it in instead of your thumb. Sometimes it can work better, or we can look at it after the class and see if we can locate it. Everybody found the icky spot? Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and do the other foot. So in between the big toe and the second toe, right, there is kind of like a spot, and it's almost under the ball of the foot, and you press and find the sun is awakening. It's a signal for us. It's called lotus immersion. So massage a little bit longer there. Those are all good points. So this to activate the energy in the morning, the longevity and the kidney to do at night to relax, okay? So just be aware, a lot of times whatever you do on the foot will be relaxing, not all of it, but what I'm showing you right now is going to be relaxing. Do you have any questions about the pressure points? Yeah, feels, yeah. That's the whole idea, right? Because if we're just like, oh, it hurts, no, I'm not going to do it. Well, you don't have to, but if you are rubbing it out, think about the water hose, right? The water flows through the water hose, and let's say it became old or it got twisted in a way, and the water still trickles a little bit, but barely, right? So the energy, they're called nadis, the energy, not centers, but the flows or the meridians in traditional Chinese medicine, they're called meridians. So they are like channels through which the energy flows, and they can get congested from our own actions. And when they become congested, the energy can barely flow. It just trickles in. And then we wake up and we feel like we haven't slept. Or we wake up and we feel like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything today, So we feel deprived of energy, depleted of energy. Or we may go until, noon and then lose it all. So if you start activating yourself every day, you will feel more and more energy every day. So you won't have to use artificial stimulants, such as coffee, for example, right? Or I'm not even talking about anything else. What?
Or margaritas.
Oh, margaritas, yes, yes. That's what I said. I'm not even talking about any other stimulants.
That point, is it below? Is it below?
Below the four fingers, yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay. So I'm going to share with you the physical activation of the chakras, the energy centers, and that is called the 5 Tibetan rites. Is anybody here practicing that? You probably practice, yes. So if you're not familiar with that, you can Google and read about 5 Tibetan rites. I have it in the online library in the daily practices. So those of you who have access to the online library, go not to the online classes, but to the daily practices, and it's one of those. You can also just Google and follow along with some of the people who are teaching it. But supposedly, this was taken from as an ancient practice done by Tibetan monks, and it is referred to as the fountain of youth if you practice it daily, right? So fountain of youth sounded good to me when I started practicing it, like maybe, I don't know, 9 years ago. And I still practice it every day. Even if I have to catch like a 5 o'clock class and I have to get up at 2 a.m., I'm still going to get up and do it, because by now it only takes me 10 minutes, I can go through that quickly. All right. It consists of 5 exercises, right? So 5 Tibetan rites. Rites not as the I have a right, but RITE as the rite of passage, okay? So it consists of 5 exercises. Each exercise is done 21 times. 21 has its own meaning. It's very symbolical. If we look into the numerological aspect of it, right? 2 is the combination. You're tuning your own energy with the energy of the sun, right? To activate it. 1, you're becoming one with it. You literally, 1 is activation. It's like, this is the magic you're activating. If you combine 2 plus 1 makes 3. 3 is the creation, right? So the creation of the new day, the creation of the energy for the day. So 21 is an important number. But if you cannot do 21 times to begin with, you're going to start with a multiple of 3. Meaning it could be 6, it could be 9, could be 12, 15, 18, until you reach 21. So we're going to do 9 today. If you start and 9 is too much, you start with 6, do 6 for 2 or 3 weeks, then progress to 9, do it for 2 or 3 weeks, progress to 12, and so forth. It should be multiples of 3. 3 is a sacred number, okay? So the first one will determine how many times you're going to do the rest of them. The first one is spinning. Spinning literally energizes and activates your energy centers. So you watch me for a second, and then you're going to do it by yourself. The arms are out. Fingers are not necessarily spread or together. They're just kind of neutral, but they're not limp, right? You have to have the energy in your arms. You have to have the energy in your whole body. Now, when you rotate, have you seen before, maybe on TV, like Sufi dervishes who rotate forever, right? I can rotate forever too, because I've been doing it for a long time. So there are a couple of tricks. Now that my vestibular apparatus is kind of like, accustomed to it, right? I don't have to do anything for it. But when I first started, I would look at my fingers on the right hand, because you have to rotate to the right. To activate, you have to rotate to the right. If you want to deactivate, you rotate to the left. Like I know in the Soviet Union, it was, there was a practice, I don't know where they got it from, but they would spin the kids to the left if they were too rowdy. So, I mean, do you want to get a pill or do you want to spin somebody, right? Yeah, you can choose. I think like some of the old practices, definitely we can borrow from them. Okay, so if you're not looking at your hand, you're going to look at the room and it's going to start spinning, right? But if you're looking here and you're not, nothing is spinning because your gaze is fixed on the hands, right? So I'm going to step a little bit to the side and I'll demonstrate. I don't have to look at it, just keep rotating. You just keep moving your feet. But if you look, it's going to look like that. You're going to look at your hand and you just continue to spin. And you can spin, I spin fast, but you can just do it slowly, right? And then when you stop, right, the room may spin and you just bring your hands to the heart, or you can come down onto your hands and knees and gaze at one point. That will stop it in 3 seconds. Okay, so let's stand up, have some space. Extend your arms and have an intention, right? So your arms are stretched. Be mindful if you have props, especially bottles, because you may travel, right? Feel that intention, feel the energy. Start to spin to the right, you count 9 times. To the right, to the right. Kisa, you want to do it left? Okay. You're going to the wrong side, Ruth. You're going to the right. Go to the right, please. You don't want to fall asleep. Okay, get down on the mat, gaze down, and get grounded. Is the room spinning? Yeah? Okay, so gaze down at one spot, and it will stop spinning. Good. All right. The next one, just sit back on your heels for a moment and watch me. The second one is the leg lifts. All right. The leg lifts, seemingly easy unless you do it 21 times, right? Keeping the legs straight is important. If you have lower back issues, you can place your hands under your hips, which I recommend. Otherwise, you can keep your arms here or behind your head. Right, so keep your hands here for now. Energize your body, long body. Inhale here. On the exhale, you're going to lift your legs and lift your head and your shoulders. Inhale down, releasing the heels. Exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale. Okay, ready? 9 times. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, lift the legs, lift the shoulder and the head. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. Go for 9 times. Beautiful. Try not to use momentum to lift the legs. Allow the heels to touch the ground, and then lift them again. Very good. Beautiful. So finishing up, don't do any more than 9 because however many times you did the first, that's however many times you're going to do the rest of them. So we did 9 rotations, so we did 9 of those. Okay, come up into kneeling position. Grab a blanket. Place it under your knees to protect the kneecaps. So you're kneeling, tuck your toes, and place your hands onto your lower back. Main thing is not to collapse because you cannot go back from this position. You're going to lift and lengthen everything, right? Chin is going down. That's your inhale. On the exhale, just watch me first. You're going to back into camel. Inhale, chin down. Exhale, back. Try not to lean back, but keep your pelvis vertical. Your thighs and your pelvis vertical. Ready? 9 times at your own time, at your own pace. Inhale straight, chin down. Exhale, lean back. That is also a great activation for the solar plexus, for the energy of the sun, because you're engaged in all back bends. They open up the solar plexus and the heart. And as you know, camel is a back bend. You're not leaning forward, you're just dropping the chin down. When you come up, don't lower your shoulders. Just the chin down, Michelle. Don't lean forward. Good. Whenever you finish, you're going to come down with your legs in front of you for exercise number 4. And that is the reverse tabletop. Okay. So hands will go behind you. Very important not to go forward with your shoulders, but puff the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, right? Legs have to be straight, right? I have to lean a little bit back because my arms are short. You may look a little different, but like the heels of my palms are not reaching the floor when I'm sitting like that. So I have to lean a little bit back. All right. So inhale here. On the exhale, you're going to push yourself into reverse tabletop. Inhale, you're going to sit down. Now, at some point, you may do sort of like an L sit without touching the floor, like that. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to slide back. Inhale. Inhale here. Exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Go for 9. Or you can just lower the hips, so don't worry about keeping them lifted. Main thing is to keep the chest elevated and the shoulder blades close together. You're going for 9 times. Beautiful. Nice. And the final one is my favorite. It's down dog to up dog. Okay, so watch me first and then you're gonna do it. I know you all know it, but I just want to point out a couple of things, okay? You don't have to roll over your feet when you do that. So basically you start here and that's your exhalation, right? You don't have to touch the heels to the ground. Make sure you have enough distance between your hands and your feet, the same distance as it's in the plank, right? So you may even start with the plank and then exhale here. Inhale, you come forward into up dog. Exhale back to down dog, right? Sort of like a pendulum moving. Inhale, exhale. So go for it 9 times. Exhale in down dog and then inhale into up dog. Really good to activate your whole body. All muscle groups start to get activated, just like sun salutations. Very good. Sending the sitting bones up high when you come to down dog. When you do 9 of those, just sit on your heels. Waiting for other people to finish. And to finish the Tibetan rites, I usually finish with 5 you could say it's a prayer or an affirmation. It's used by Reiki practitioners. So if you're a Reiki practitioner, you may be familiar with that. But I like to use it because it's gives us permission to be people. It gives us permission to mess up if we can, but not to lament on that, not to beat ourselves up about that, but to like, okay, I messed up. I have the right to move forward. So basically, if you want to do the same, you can repeat mentally after me. Otherwise, you can just observe me. And at the end of the class, I can give you all of the Tibetan rites so you can remember them, okay? All right, so arms gonna go up, inhaling. And on the exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not be angry. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will love every living creature. Just for today, I will feel gratitude for everything that is. And then hands to the mat, forehead on top of the hands. Just take 3 deep breaths. All right, come back to seated. Use a cushion, a bolster, a second blanket, and come into an easy sit. So do you understand why I said that it gives us permission to be human beings? Because we're saying just for today, meaning that I make an intention to have this or not have this, to be this or not be this, just for today. If something happens, tomorrow is another day, and I'm going to tune into that energy again. So basically, we're like, okay, I'm a human being, but today I have this intention. I have an intention to not worry, to not be angry, to do my work honestly, to love every living being, and to be grateful for everything. And see what this practice does for you. I love it. It literally gives me a lot of energy for the whole day. And I've been practicing it, as I said, for probably 9 years, maybe 8, but I think it was 9. All right. So, any questions about it? No. Good. All right. So tilt your pelvis forward a little bit, shoulders back, heart lifts, hands onto your knees, palms up, hold your index finger and your thumb together. 3 fingers stretched out, not with a lot of intention or intensity rather. Elbows bent, shoulders down. Giyam mudra, wisdom seal. Right? The thumb represents the divinity, the divine energy. The index finger represents us human beings. When they come together, which they cannot if we're just trying to stretch one finger towards the other straight or the other towards the first one straight, it does not happen. Only when both get bent and reach towards each other, they reach each other. All right. Is there here somebody who is not familiar with the breath of fire? No? Okay, so the breath of fire is, you may want to use this. Anybody needs this? No? Okay. It's here. So the breath of fire is literally activates our solar plexus because we use the diaphragm, right? It's inhale, active inhale, and active exhale. It sounds like that. You're not moving your body, right? You are pumping the belly. When you inhale, place your hand onto the belly. Inhale, belly comes forward. Exhale, belly goes back. Inhale, exhale. You feel that? Now, if you're going to do it with intensity, things are going to fly out of your nose. I promise you. That's why I'm offering this. No? Still no takers? Okay.
I will.
Okay. I know that I'm susceptible to that. I don't know. And I feel like if you're not having anything come out, then probably you're not doing it to the full capacity. Okay, so hold in the wisdom seal, heart is lifted. You're gonna start maybe slowly, like I'm gonna be doing it at a little faster rate, right? So you tune in and do however fast your body allows. If at some point it becomes too much, you slow it down and then come back again. Ready? Let's begin. We're going for 3 minutes, okay? Pump your belly, activate your solar plexus, activate the life force within you, connect to the energy of the sun. It's continuing to come out, so it's helping us. Keep going. If it feels like too much, make it lighter. Don't strain yourself. Keep going, keep going. Don't stop. Sometimes I will stop to give you a little bit of a pep talk. So, but you keep breathing. You allow yourself to continue, stay tuned. At some point, there may be a moment that comes that will make you feel like it's too much or you become lightheaded. That's perfectly normal. That happens right before the second wind opens, right? So you can either trust your body and continue, or you can slow it down and take it a little bit easier and then tune back up to the speed again, right? So you choose. We're already halfway through, so keep going. Don't drop your shoulders, heart is lifted. Navel in, pelvic floor muscles lift a little bit. Keep moving the belly. Keep going, final minute. Final 15 seconds, give it all. Inhale. Squeeze the spine, hold the breath in, everything goes up, energy goes up the spine, squeeze the spine, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale, relax. Just for a few moments, feel this sweet expansion that happens. After the movement ceases, the peace enters, serenity envelops. It envelops us from the inside, it envelops us from the outside like a soft blanket. Just like the warm sun rays caress our body when we step outside. So that sweet expansion from within during meditation expands us. Softly allow your eyelids to flutter open, gaze down, soft, and then open your eyes. All right, rub your hands a little bit and come to standing. I told you we're going to be going up and down, so it's not just sitting. All right, so as you come standing, open your feet hip widths apart, right? Not wider than hip widths, but not too close to each other. So think about hip widths as like the outer hip bones right here. This is the femur bone, by the way, like right here, the outside of it. So if you draw the lines, that's the outside of your feet, okay? And then spread your toes, close your eyes, spread your toes. Bless you. You're confirming everything. Lift your kneecaps. Lift your hip points. Lift your sternum. So feel the energy from the earth. We are tuned into that energy earlier at the beginning of the class. Feel its coursing. It comes from the earth through the feet into your body, and it flows up. Now the crown of the head reaches up, so your chin is not lifted, it's neutral. If anything, it's slightly tucked in so that the back of the head is aligned with your shoulder blades and your sacrum, and the crown of the head reaches up. Palms face forward. Now you're going to create a yoni mudra. Thumbs come together, the rest of the fingers pointing down. towards the pubic bone. Find your navel. You're going to place the yoni mudra around your navel. So navel is in the center of your triangle. So if you need to see, you see that. Notice that when you created this, right, the elbows are bent and the shoulders may come up. So release the shoulders. And then start to tune into the energy of the navel. And where your thumbs connect, that's approximately where your Manipura is, your solar plexus. So we're tuning into the energy of the inner fire. The Manipura is the inner fire. The element of that chakra is the fire. So breathe right into the mudra. Soft shoulders, feet grounded, crown of the head reaches up. The body is alive, it's energized. You're not collapsing. Energy flows up and down. Feel the strong foundation of your feet, your legs supporting you. Feel the support of your pelvis, your hips. Feel the sturdiness of it. And at the same time, there is fluidity because the hips contain the water element, or the higher part of it anyway. Now, bring your awareness to the back of your pelvis. So pelvis is like two big elephant ears combining, right? And they hold some of the gonads, the reproductive organs. So at the top, not at the very top in the back, but close to the top, there is sacrum. Have you ever thought why it is called sacrum? Sounds like sacred. It is a sacred bone. That's where Kundalini dwells. So hold your awareness right there at the sacrum. Still holding the yoni mudra, still concentrating on the element of fire, but your awareness is now on the sacrum. Now soften your knees a little bit and start to softly rock your body side to side. Now, I invite you to do it with your eyes closed. If you have any kind of issues with dizziness, you may come to the wall, or you can open your eyes. Shoulders down. Keep your awareness on the sacrum. Gently rock side to side, slowly, with intention. Feet are grounded. Connecting through all the chakras. Feet are grounded. The perineum, the element of the earth, grounding us, giving us balance and stability. The movement, the water element, gives us flexibility and fluidity, creativity. The second chakra, below the navel. And the third chakra, the Manipura, once again, the solar plexus, the definition of who you are, the self-identification, your willpower. Now the movement is going to change to make a sideways figure 8 with your hips. So knees are soft. Don't lock your knees. You may hurt them if you lock them. So start to make figure 8 sideways, like it's lying down, or it's eternity sign if you're familiar with that, with your hips. Shoulders are soft. Keep flowing. Keep flowing. All right, so those of you who are not familiar with that movement, I'm going to turn my back to you so you can see. So those who want to look, please look. So first, we're going to move the hip right diagonally forward, and then right to the side, and then back. And then left hip goes forward, to the left, and back. Right hip goes forward, right and back. Left hip goes forward, left, and back. So we're making circle to the right with the right hip and making circle to the left with the left, okay? That's what the eternity sign is. So continue making that sign. Knees are bent. Yoni Mudra. Another minute. Have an inner smile. You're tuning into your power, into your energy. Feel the sacrum. Now stop the movement. Ground yourself. Feet pressing down to the earth. Hands stay where they are. Crown of the head reaches up. Feel the activated energy within you. You can use this energy anytime. You can tune into this energy anytime. You can continue to activate it every day with practices that I shared. Now come down to seated softly. We're not finished yet. So come down to seated. Have another 20 minutes or so. So come to cross-legged. Keep your eyes closed. Place your hands into the knees. Sit up tall. If you need to extend your legs at any time, please do so. You can keep them in front of you. You can sit on your heels, however it feels good. Or you can sit cross-legged, lifted up, propped up. Good. Now become aware of your toes. Relax your toes. Relax your toes even more. I will be guiding you through a full body relaxation seated. So I want you to keep your full awareness on the body parts that we're relaxing. Try not to have any thoughts. Just really keep your awareness on that. Then it's going to be super beneficial, okay? Because after the relaxation, there will be another practice. So keep your awareness on the toes, relax the toes. Keep relaxing them. By relaxing, I don't mean you have to do anything. You just continue to keep your awareness on the toes. Your attention is fully concentrated on your toes and you're relaxing them. Now notice the tips of your toes. And maybe you start noticing the sensations there. If not, don't worry. It comes with time, with practice, not with effort. I don't want you to visualize or imagine anything. I want you to observe. Those processes happen within you. You are not imagining anything. You're just becoming aware of them. And by placing your awareness, your attention on them, you feel them more. And the more you feel them, the more you are tuning yourself to your own energy. And once you attune yourself to your own energy, you can do whatever. You can create. Turn your palms up, index finger and the thumb together, awareness on the tips of your toes. Continue to relax them. Maybe you notice some tingling at the tips of your toes, maybe some expansion. Maybe you actually feel the energy flow from your toes beyond. Become aware of your feet. Feel the energy flow through the feet. Relaxing the muscles in the feet, all the little bones, all the tissues, connective tissues, the skin, the blood vessel, everything getting softer, relaxed as the energy continues to flow without impediment. Relax the arches of your feet. Relax the heels. Relax your ankles. The outside and the inside. The little bones there, the muscles. Relax the big muscles of the calves, the gastrocnemius and the soleus. Those are the meaty muscles in the back of the shins, all the connective tissues, the shin bones. Relax them even more. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax the big femur bones, all the muscles on the front and the back and the sides of the leg, the thigh, all the connective tissues and the skin. Relax them even more. Relax your hips, your pelvis, all the internal organs within that area, your bladder. Don't relax your bladder too much. On the second thought, other internal organs, the reproductive organs. Start relaxing the pelvic bowl, the bones, the sacrum, the bottom of the spine, the mount marrow, the sushumna channel. Start relaxing each vertebrae, the back, the lower back of the spine and the lower belly, the abdominals. And relax the middle back and the front, the manipura, the solar plexus, the stomach, all the internal organs. And as you continue to breathe, relax your heart and your chest and your lungs and the rib cage, the spinal column in the back. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Relax your lower jaw. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue and the upper jaw, the back of your head. Relax your cheeks. Relax your eyes. The space behind your eyes. Relax the space behind your eyes. Become very acutely aware of that space and relax it even more. And then the forehead. Relax your brain. Relax your skull. And relax your shoulders and your arms. Relax your elbows. Relax your forearms, your wrists. Let go of the mudra. Just open your palms. The backs of your hands are still on your knees, but palms are open. Let go of any tightness in your palms of your hands, the backs and the inside, the palms themselves, the fingers, and become acutely aware of your fingertips. And feel the sensations at your fingertips, the light pulsation of energy. Feel how the palms become alive. They become warm. There's tingling in the palms. Hold your awareness on your fingertips and in the center of your palms. And now lift your hands. You're not touching, but you bring them close to each other in front of your heart. Then lower them down a little bit to the solar plexus. Lift your heart up, lift your solar plexus. Feel the energy between your palms and feel the energy of your solar plexus. Set an intention for this year until next summer solstice. Just one, not multiple, just one intention. Hold that intention. Keep your awareness between your hands and on the solar plexus. Radiate. Radiate love, compassion to yourself and to others. Integrity, wholeness. Clarity, wisdom, discernment, honesty, love. Keep your intention in your awareness. And place your left hand on the solar plexus, your right hand on your heart. Inhale deeply. Exhale softly. And lie down for Shavasana. Make yourself comfortable. We need Shavasana for integration. Everything that we've done, everything that we've practiced needs to settle into the body. So lie down flat, extend your legs, extend your arms, and then lift up your heart a little bit. Bring the shoulder blades just a tad closer to each other, and then softly fall down again. And then let go. We already relaxed the body, so it's in a good state. And allow the integration to happen. The integration of all the benefits of the practice that you've done. And take a slightly deeper breath in. Observe how the breath comes into the body with joy, with intention. And maybe it wants to manifest itself through some movement. Allow that movement to come through. Maybe it's toes or fingers. Maybe you want to bring the knees to the chest. Go ahead and bend the right knee, and with your left hand, pull the right knee across the body to the left. You can extend your right arm out, which is coming into a gentle supine twist. And then come back out and switch sides. Pull the left knee to the right. And gently come out of it, knees to the chest. And just roll over to the side, extend your top leg, use your arms to prop yourself up to seated. Come into an easy cross-legged seat. Eyes are closed. And let's inhale and open the arms out. You're spreading your wings wide, breathing in fully. Feel the energy of the sun, the external sun. And on the exhale, you pull that energy into your solar plexus. So hands to the solar plexus, bowing down with gratitude for the inner sun within you that is attuned to the external sun, that allows you to live life with according to the natural rhythms with every breath. Namaste.
Namaste.
Stay true to those natural rhythms. I encourage you, I invite you to do that. Use the solar energy. Thank you, Christine. Use the solar energy to activate yourself. Like I mentioned, there are certain ways, like physioenergetical, like the 5 Tibetan rites or sun salutations, right? That's the physical energetical practice. We're activating the physical body and the energy within us, right? So you practice that, you get activated. You do a little bit of the energy activation by pressure points as well, right? At night, you want to calm yourself down. So you want to do like the kidney point and the scraping of the longevity meridian. So certain things that you can use. And of course, right now is it's going to be rainy for a while, but today the sun is going to peak. So every time you see the sun out, step outside, close your eyes, and just allow yourself to feel the energy of the sun, and just allow yourself to experience it, feel it in your skin, and tune into its energy so that you can act, right? Because why do we need this energy? We need it for action, right? We tune into the energy of the sun. We tune into the energy of our inner sun, and we allow ourselves first two things. We observe it, become aware. We place our awareness on that, and that allows us to use it so we act upon that. So first intention, awareness, and then action with that. Two things. That's how life goes. Attention and action. Simple.